Hey everyone, today is Friday and for most of the people this is very casual day that are trying to avoid doing much of work. To me this is just a regular day that I can outwork everyone else that's not doing what is supposed to do, and I am looking onto the Fridays as day that may help me with organization stuff and the things that will make my next week a lot more easier. So since I'm a lot of interested how the day passes when it comes to other people that are mentoring me, I decided to share with you my daily routine in Friday, when I follow the rule for not breaking anything last years. First, when I woke up, I written down all my goals that help me to focus on where I'm going and to hustle more, to recall myself why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. And once I did that, I realized that I'm planning to spread my knowledge and also to record more stuff and videos, and I'm not doing it. So that helped me to start doing it today. I had an issue that I couldn't rectify yesterday, and I started the day with research on that topic, multiple tries, which remind me, since CI process is very slow, I spent some time creating and debugging my local environment so I can decrease the expenditure of time when it comes to testing. That's what I did this morning, and I will reuse that multiple times next month. So this is not something that just saved me time today. It's something that will save me a lot of time in the next month and maybe a year. While I was doing that, something popped up in my mind when my tests were not as I expected to be. I asked ChatGPT, and the output of it was not working as well. So we repeated that procedure multiple times, approximately 20, until it finally provided me something that's working. I tested it locally, it was working, so I had to pour that in the production through the CI process, and a lot of the huge project was done today. If I was following the Friday rule, I would not have reached that point and that satisfaction I have now. So meanwhile, while I am doing all these things, I had to locally document everything about myself in a files and also in a notebook. If you are following my videos, you know that I'm constantly writing notebooks since for 10 years or most. Yeah, that documentation I have to plan to be available for everyone. So I did the planning for the next sprints, and also when I did the job with respect to this complicated project I'm working on, I now noticed which are the leftovers, and I created Jira cards for the next sprint that helped me to know what I will work on the next weeks. With respect to the testing and the planning, the documentation is currently on my laptop. So if I create card for the documentation, I have to create a second card again for the documentation next sprint because it's constantly changing. So I just carefully planned that, and now I have not only documentation for the project, but also how to create your local environment. Once I discovered all the leftovers around the project, I started creating discussions with the other teams that are involved in that project, and we have to discuss the final touches. We did that today, and now my planning for the next week with respect to these meetings is also done. Also, because I am educating another people, I planned all of my educations for the next sprint, so I will not worry about that next week. And when the day for the education comes, I will be prepared. Besides that, since I am working with American guys, before I got stressed, I went on a walk. This is something very useful to me that I haven't discovered multiple years, but now I'm using my lunch breaks for walks and for running to push out the stress out of me, and later I can continue with the same effort without talking rude to people and be angry, Meanwhile, I planned all my next videos and materials because I neglected that last month, but have a lot of things that I want to share with you. Also, because at noon and after lunch, most of my days is in meetings, and I spend some time with the guys I'm working with. They want to talk about something related to work, to the issues they are facing, so I help there, and also spend some time to talk about things that are outside of work, because sometimes you just need to increase the relations with the people you work, and not everything is work, and you have to be there for the people and give them their time. Years ago I didn't discover that, and now I think totally different when it comes to that. Meanwhile, outside of work, one fellow that I started working with 10 years ago asked me something on LinkedIn, so I started research on his case regarding Nginx and tried to recall and went through my notes about Nginx so I could help him. I don't know if I could help him, but at least I gave him some directions. But this is something that I'm co-working with my daily routine, and it's outside of work, but I'm mixing with my daily work. And I think that's most of the important thing. I will try to make a sequence of such videos in my busiest days. So if you want to share something interesting that happens in your day as an engineer, because that will give some more information and visibility what the engineering profile and career is, and someone may discover if that's the right thing for him or not. At least to me, this is super interesting.